Kim Kardashian just turned Skims into a $5 billion brand and showed the world what happens when celebrity becomes infrastructure. Target is losing customers to Walmart, and now it's taking a $1 billion bet on owned brands to stop the bleed. Lego just hijacked Las Vegas F1 with a drivable brick Cadillac and Terry Crews behind the wheel. BYD is crushing Tesla in Europe, exploding registrations by hundreds of percent while Tesla's share slides. And Campbell's didn't face backlash from a product failure, but from a vice president caught mocking the product, the customers, and the people who make it. Different industries, same signal. Pressure doesn't change brands, it exposes them. Welcome to the DR Weekly Wrap, where brand strategy meets industry shockwaves. I'm Kia, and today we're breaking down how 5 giants hit a defining pressure point and what it tells us about the next phase of growth. Skims just closed a $225 million funding round, pushing valuation to $5 billion. That's no longer influencer commerce, that's institutional confidence. And the context matters. Skims is pacing towards $1 billion plus annual revenue, and is shifting aggressively into physical retail and international expansion. Skims now has a growing own store footprint and franchise doors outside the US, with a roadmap that treats retail as the primary business engine, not a marketing accessory. Skims treated fame like a customer acquisition layer, not the product. The brand locked in 3 things most celebrity brands miss. 1. A real category wedge, solution-first shapewear plus comfort basics. 2. A repeatable product system, drops, replenishment, fit expansion. 3. A long-term channel shift, digital to physical, global to local. This is why Skims survives beyond Kim. The business has structure, not just spotlight. Risks? 2 pressure points track with this level of scale. Category sprawl. Too many adjacent lines can blur the core. Over-physicalization. Stores kill brands when they outpace demand density. Counter? Keep the promise surgical. Fit, comfort, inclusivity, minimalism. Everything else is optional. Celebrity can open the door once. Operations keep it open forever. Skims is a case study in using fame to enter retail and then refusing to rely on it. This is the rare celebrity brand that built a company strong enough to stand on its own. Skims didn't become a $5 billion brand by being famous, it did it by being scalable. Now, if Skims is proof that scale can be engineered, the next story proves something tougher. You can't scale if customers stop believing you're worth a trip. Stay with me, because what Target is doing next is a $1 billion test of loyalty. And the playbook here applies to every consumer brand fighting for relevance. Target is getting outflanked. Even higher income shoppers are shifting to Walmart as inflation rewires loyalty. Target's response is big. They're doubling down on what historically separated them from everyone else: owned brands. This is the $1 billion gamble. Win back value confidence without becoming Walmart's shadow. Target already has 40+ private labels generating tens of billions annually, and it's expanding aggressively. In 2025 alone, it's adding hundreds of new grocery items, refreshed essentials, and chef-link collabs to rebuild wallet trust. Why owned brands? Because private labels are one of the few levers left that hit 3 survival metrics at once. 1. Margin defense in price wars. 2. Differentiation versus commodity retail. 3. Speed to market control when national brands lag. Target isn't trying to beat Walmart on price, it's trying to beat them on value storytelling. The same savings with taste, design, and trust. Risks: if customers feel Target is raising prices everywhere else to fund these brands, the strategy collapses. Owned brands only work when shoppers believe they're a better deal, not a corporate distraction. Counter: make savings visible. Hero SKUs under $10, default owned brand substitutions in carts, bundles that show clear, honest value. In a value economy, perceived fairness beats nostalgia. Owned brands are Target's last defensible moat. But to regain loyalty, Target must stop being cheap chic and become reliably smart value. Target can't win by copying Walmart. It can win by making value feel intentional. Alright, so we've seen what happens when a brand fights for trust in a value economy. But the next story flips the whole thing. What if you don't compete on price, but on joy? Watch how Lego just turned Formula One into a brand masterclass, and why this move is the future of marketing. Lego didn't activate at Las Vegas F1. It owned the emotional peak of the weekend. They built a full-size drivable Lego Cadillac with hundreds of thousands of bricks, and had Terry Crews chauffeur F1 stars to the podium. This wasn't random spectacle, it's part of LEGO's expanding partnership with Formula One, turning an elite sport into a playful cultural moment. Strategically, LEGO nailed 3 layers simultaneously. 1. Brand contrast, turning the most executive sport into something playful and accessible. 2. Participation gravity, people didn't just watch, they filmed, shared, remixed. 3. Main character placement, the moment landed in the memory zone after the race. Risks? None unless LEGO shifts from play to performance. If activations stop feeling joyful and start feeling engineered, virility flips to cringe. The best marketing doesn't interrupt attention, it becomes what people remember. LEGO didn't buy an ad slot, it bought ownership of the highlight reel. The most valuable media in 2025 is the moment people choose to carry. LEGO shows how culture can create momentum overnight. But now we shift from play to power, because the next brand isn't winning with a moment, it's winning with manufacturing scale so aggressive, it's reshaping an entire industry. Don't go anywhere. BYD versus Tesla is the clearest signal yet of where the EV market is heading. BYD isn't just rising, it's re-rising who gets to own the EV future, especially in Europe. European registrations for BYD have surged by hundreds of % year over year, while Tesla is sliding sharply in key EU markets. Tesla built the myth. The EV revolution is a Silicon Valley story. BYD is building the reality. The EV revolution is a manufacturing story. BYD's advantage is full-stack scale, battery production, cost control, fast model rollout, and aggressive retail distribution. Risks? BYD now enters Western pressure territory, tariffs, regulation, trust barriers. Counter? Localized confidence, transparent safety narratives, local manufacturing commitments, service ecosystems that feel permanent. Categories tip when the challenger can outship the leader. Tesla still owns mindshare, BYD is taking market share, and market share eventually rewrites mindshare. In a mature category, the brand that ships fastest wins the story. BYD is what happens when execution outruns mythology. But the final story is the opposite kind of pressure test, when growth is fine and culture is the thing that breaks you. Stay to the end because Campbell's is a reminder that the most dangerous brand risk isn't external anymore, it's internal. Campbell's faced backlash this week, not because of the product, but because of how senior leadership spoke about it. A vice president was secretly recorded mocking customers, insulting the workforce, and showing open contempt for the very people who keep the brand alive. The tape surfaced through a lawsuit, and Campbell's fired him. This is a rare crisis where the product isn't the villain, the culture is. Consumers don't buy soup alone. They buy the belief that the people behind it respect them. So when leadership mocks customers, it doesn't land like a slip-up, it lands like a confession. Risks? The long tail is brutal. Trust erosion among core value shoppers, morale fractures, and a narrative that leadership is detached from reality. Counter? Firing is step one, not the fix. Campbell's has to show cultural repair, accountability, internal safeguards, and visible respect for workers and customers. You can't brand your way out of contempt. Campbell's must treat this like a values reset, not a PR cleanup. Because the market forgives mistakes, it doesn't forgive disdain. Culture is the product customers experience first, even if they never see it. This week made one rule painfully clear. Scale doesn't protect you, it tests you. Skims scale because celebrity evolved into systems. Target is fighting for trust in a value-first economy. LEGO proved play is a competitive advantage. BYD is winning by shipping reality faster than Tesla ships vision. And Campbell's reminded us reputation collapses when culture leaks. The winners weren't the loudest, they were the most aligned. Because under pressure, brands don't transform, they reveal. If you build brands, lead teams, or work where culture meets commerce, subscribe to DesignRush. Clarity isn't a luxury, it's leverage. And next week's story could be yours. If this wrap-up left you thinking differently about how brands thrive, hit like, subscribe, and join us for more strategy breakdowns every week.